Guys, it's Crystal here, and today I'm going to be telling a story about how I was harassed in kind of like a really popular place. So, I have not ever been, it's never been like this before. I don't know why. I don't know if like I was set up or something, but I'm also here with my cat, which is pretty great. Yo, brother, what up? You're so beautiful. Okay, so it all started where my boyfriend had invited me to Dollywood. We're not together anymore, but when we were, he invited me to go to Dollywood, which is, some of you may not know if you're not from where I am, that Dollywood is like an amusement park. Well, we were going to one of the places near Dollywood, and there was a restaurant that we went to eat at. And while we were waiting for our food, we decided to go to the arcade. So we would play together for a minute, and I was at one of the claw machines, and I was trying that for a second so I can because I already won something out of that claw machine, and I was trying to win something else. And then so this guy comes up to me, and he's like, "Yo, what up?" I'm just like, "Who are you?" So he sits on the seat next to me, and all of his guy friends are over in a big group, and he pats his seat and says, "Hey girl," and I look at him, and I'm just like, "Excuse me?" And so I don't say anything. I just turn back around, and I just keep playing the arcade game I'm playing. Like, oh, there is not someone right next to me right now. So then I go over to, I keep playing, and he says, "Hey," again. And he says, "You single?" And I say, "I have a boyfriend." And he says, "Oh, really? Is he here right now?" And I say, "Yes, he is. Now go away." I don't say go away. I just turn around and I keep playing. And then he comes up behind me and grabs my waist, like a little bit over my waist. Oh, look what happened. God dang it. So he grabs me right here from behind. And he's like, "Come on, give me a hug." So I turn around and kick him in the shin because I didn't know what else to do. I should have punched him. I should have smacked him. I should have done something. Karate chopped him in his throat, but I didn't do anything. All I did was kick him in the shin. And then so he says, "You don't gotta be so feisty with me." And so I'm like, I gotta go. So I quickly run over to my boyfriend. So I don't have to announce his name. Let's just call him Tom. Well, he's sitting on the chair, and I run into him, and I almost ran him over his chair that he's playing a video game on, but I ran into the chair beside him and fall off that chair and say, "There's some guys harassing me," as I'm falling to the ground. He stops playing immediately, looks at me and says, "Who?" And so I'm like, "Them over there." And so the guys start walking over to us, and my boy stands up and he's like, "Bruh." And then so he tells them to go away, and they're just like, "How could you like this?" And so I leave because I'm done with them, and I go back to the arcade machine I was playing, and I start playing again, and then they come back, and they're just like, "Yo," and I'm just like, "No." And then the main guy who was flirting with me is like, "I don't know how you could like that." I was just like, "I don't know how I could like that." And then he's just like, "How could you like that?" And I'm just like, he's not as that. He's mine. And then so I walk away again because I keep trying to walk away, but they follow me, and I lay back on a arcade machine. I'm like, "Someone kill me." And then as I'm sitting there, one of his guy friends walks over, some short little boy, like this much shorter than me. He's like, I found her. He's probably in like 3rd grade or something, like helping his boy hit on someone. They're all wearing the same color shirts. So I'm guessing they're like on a baseball team. And this girl walks over. She's like, "Oh yeah, I found her." I don't know if that was her sister. She was having like a Starbucks drink in one hand, phone in the other. TikTok, like, yo, peace. TikTok videos. And then so the main guy that was flirting with me comes over. And he says, and he's just like, "Hey, wait, what's your number?" And I just say, and then I was just like, "I'm not telling you." And then he's just like, "My number is 6'9". If you know who 6'9" is, if you don't, just don't comment it. Don't ask me, because I'm not gonna respond to you. Well, then so, Tom walks back over, and he says, and he's like, "Just go take you and your little Oompa Loompa friends and F off." I'm not gonna actually say the word, but frick off. And then the guys are just like, "Ooh." And then so they go back after the guys are like, "Yo, let's go back over here." So that they go back, and after so Aiden's just like, finally they're gone, and goes to play another game. So I walk away, and I'm trying to play the same vending machine thing that I was playing. The guys are nowhere in sight. I'm just like, I'm safe. They're gone. I am good. And then they come back. And let me tell you, it was horrible. They're like, "Oh, you're so pretty. Why are you with that trash? You should totally be with me. I'm so cool." Like bragging and stuff. And then so I'm just like, nope. I turn around. I'm like, yeet, we out of here. And then, so I walk back up to Tom, and he's with his dad, and he's telling his dad that these people are like, harassing me. But before that, once they were talking, because apparently when I walked away, Tom, and the other guys were arguing, and he says one of them hugged her from behind and karate chopped me in the neck, and that's when I lost it. I was so mad. So the dad went over there and talked to them, and then last time when they saw me, and after the dad said, "If you talk to if my son his girlfriend again, I will yeet you into Narnia." After he told them that, they didn't really like that. Excuse me. That was nothing. But they looked at me, and they were fixing to walk over even after he talked to them, and I was just like, I looked at him, and I'm pretty sure I was like, and he just walked away, and I was just like, "Go F yourself." And then so after that, I was kind of shook, like my hands were shaking because I was so scared, and a romance scene. I was just like, when if people, this is a bonus thing. Caution, romance scene ahead. Please exit video if you are single and wish to be single forever and do not want to be reminded of heartbreak. Brought to you by Lay's. So, and then, so we were in the arcade again, and Aiden was trying to win me some, like, toy or something, and I'm like, when if people started liking me? And he's just like, me since the 4th grade. So I'm just like, oh. And then the whole thing ends, and I just have a good night for the rest of the night. So thanks a lot if you guys are watching this who did that to me. I hope you die. Satan, we watching you. Have a good life, you other guys. See ya.